They say money doesn't grow on trees, but what if I told you that a quarter, a humble 25-cent coin that you might have tossed into a vending machine without a second thought, could be the secret key to a vault worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars? Stop whatever you are doing, because this is not a drill. We are about to dive deep into the mystery of the 1983 P. Washington quarter, a coin that, in a bizarre twist of numismatic fate, has become one of the most sought-after modern treasures in American currency. Forget your gold and silver, this copper-clad quarter, a coin with a mintage of over 673 million pieces, should be common. But in the world of collecting, common can be a deception, a smokescreen hiding extreme rarity. A unique confluence of economic factors, mint decisions, and the simple laws of supply and demand created an anomaly, a conditional rarity, that has mint condition examples shattering auction records. You might have one of these Financial Time capsules sitting right now in a jar of loose change, waiting to unleash a fortune. Stay with me, because by the end of this journey, you'll know the history, the staggering value, and the exact reasons why this particular pocket change could change your life forever. The story of the 1983 P. Washington quarter is less about a massive error and more about a perfect, almost cosmic, alignment of historical circumstances that created a modern numismatic superstar. To understand its astronomical value, you must first understand the climate of the early 1980s, a period that numismatists now refer to as the missing mint set years. #### The genesis of a modern rarity, the history of the 1983 P. quarter. The Washington quarter dollar itself has a venerable history, first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin was originally struck in 90% silver, featuring the timeless design by sculptor John Flanaga. Sandwich, we know today, a process sometimes called the Johnson sandwich, after President Lyndon B. Johnson. By 1983, the coin was a standard workhorse of the American economy. The P mint mark, located on the obverse, the head side, near Washington's neck, indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. With a mintage of $673, $535, $000 coins, the 1983 P quarter was produced in staggering quantities, destined to circulate and be worn down through countless transactions. The true rarity of the 1983 P quarter is born from an economic decision made by the United States Mint in Washington, D.C. During the fiscal belt-tightening of the early 1980s, driven by an economic downturn, the U.S. Mint made an unprecedented and, for collectors, disastrous decision. They would not produce official uncirculated mint sets for the years 1982 and 1983. For decades, these annual mint sets had been the primary method for collectors to acquire examples of circulating coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, coins that had never entered the general commerce, free from the nicks, scratches, and wear of pocket change. When the mint canceled these sets, the only way for collectors to obtain 1983 P quarters was from bulk bags of coins distributed to banks for circulation or through the unofficial, highly coveted, souvenir sets sold at the mint's gift shops, which were not intended as substitutes for the official annual sets and were not always kept in the same high-quality conditions. The result of this cancellation was a massive void in the market. While hundreds of millions of 1983 P quarters were made for general use, virtually none were intentionally saved in flawless, uncirculated condition by collectors in the large, certified numbers seen in other years. The coins were dumped into circulation, and the overwhelming majority quickly suffered the wear and tear of everyday use. This scarcity of high-grade examples transformed the 1983 P quarter from a common modern issue into a conditional rarity, a coin that is common in lower, circulated grades, but exceedingly rare in top-tier, certified mint state, MS, condition. Today's coin graders use a scale from 1, poor, to 70, perfect, and for the 1983 P, the difference of 1 or 2 points on that scale can mean a shift in value from a quarter to a king's ransom. ### The staggering value, why a 25-cent coin is worth a fortune. For the vast majority of 1983 P quarters you might find today, those that have been in circulation, the value is nominal, perhaps a quarter to a few dollars at best, often due to the general scarcity of any 1982 or 1983 coins in change. However, If you are lucky enough to find an example that has been preserved in a remarkable state of preservation, untouched by the ravages of time and commerce, you have found a numismatic goldmine. This is where the value soars into the realm of hundreds to thousands of dollars, and even touches the lower edges of $1 million valuation when considering the history of auction records and the potential for a perfect specimen. The key to the immense value of the 1983 P quarter is the mint state, MS, grade, particularly at the MS 67 level or higher, as certified by major grading services like PCGS or NGC. Circulated condition, good to extremely fine ****. In these conditions, the coin is typically worth face value, 25 cents, to a few dollars, $1 to $5. While not a huge profit, this is still a premium over face value for a coin that is technically not silver or a major error. Uncirculated condition, MS 60 to MS 65 ***. Here is where the value begins to climb due to the missing mint set effect. Coins in the lower mint state grades, MS 60 to MS 63, can command tens of dollars. As you move up to a nice, clean MS 65, the value leaps into the low hundreds of dollars. Finest known conditional rarities, MS 67 and MS 67 plus ***, prepare for the jaw-dropping numbers. When the 1983 P quarter hits the MS 67 grade, its rarity is magnified. The auction records for these conditionally finest known examples consistently push the price into the thousands of dollars. Historic sales have seen these coins realize prices of over $2,500 at auction. The thrill of the hunt for a superb gem 1983 P is what drives major collectors. Finding an MS 68, a grade that represents near perfection, would be a new discovery and could potentially set a new, staggering auction record that would certainly approach the five-figure mark, if not higher, due to the coin's notorious scarcity in top grades. The conditional rarity of a near-perfect example, given the historical lack of collector-intended saving, is why collectors pay a premium that would make a casual observer gasp. ############################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################### primary value driver is the conditional rarity of a high-grade, business strike coin. The 1983 P quarter, like all modern coinage, is also a source of intriguing and potentially extremely valuable errors and varieties. It is in these striking mistakes that we find the true potential for a coin that transcends the four-figure barrier and potentially reaches into the millions for an undiscovered, major anomaly. Double die varieties, DDO/DDR***. These are errors where the coin's design is stamped twice, resulting in a slight, noticeable doubling of the letters, numbers, or features. While a number of minor double die varieties have been catalogued for the 1983 P, an undiscovered, dramatic double die on the order of the famous 1955 Lincoln cent or the 1972 cent would command an extreme premium. The potential sale price for a major 1983 P double die obverse, DDO, in high grade could certainly enter the tens of thousands of dollars, instantly elevating its status. Mark where the P appears weak or partially filled due to die degradation or metal buildup. While minor, certain dramatic examples of these or other prominent die errors, such as die breaks or cuts, are what collectors of modern errors passionately seek out. Extreme, visual errors can bring in values well into the hundreds or low thousands of dollars, as they are unique production flaws that capture a moment in the minting process. Off-center strikes ***. A coin that is struck significantly off-center is a spectacular error that instantly makes the coin rare and valuable. Depending on the degree of the off-center strike, a dramatic example of a 1983 P could be worth thousands of dollars. ##### A collector's obsession, the lasting legacy of the 1983 P. The enduring appeal and staggering value of the 1983 P Washington quarter is a perfect storm of numismatic history. The coin itself is a simple, copper-clad piece, but its rarity is born from a human decision, the temporary suspension of official mint set production. This decision accidentally created a modern key date by making pristine, uncirculated specimens nearly impossible to find. The legacy of the 1983 P quarter is its status as the quintessential sleeper coin of the modern era. It proves that a coin doesn't have to be centuries old or made of precious metal to be worth a fortune. It simply has to be rare. The next time you get a handful of change, don't just feel the copper-nickel cladding, look closer. You are not just holding 25 cents, you are holding a tiny piece of modern American history that could be worth a life-changing amount of money. The search is on, and the prize is a quarter that stands as a silent testament to the unpredictability of coin collecting. The financial reward for finding one in pristine condition is undeniable. A simple, circulated quarter is worth 25 cents, a perfect, certified 1983 p quarter is a treasure valued in the thousands, cementing its place as one of the most exciting and financially rewarding modern coins in existence. You have been warned, start checking your change.